Hello everyone, myself Dr. Vishal Srivastav. Today I will talk about a very important rubric that is most of the oftenly we use in the repertorial section, that is traveling and wandering desired. This is a very important rubric, very oftenly used. But before we are proceeding onwards the medicine and their differential diagnosis, the first thing we have to be clear cut idea about what is the difference between traveling and what is the difference between wandering, because in the mind section of the repertory there is both rubrics has been given, that is traveling desire to and the second one is wandering desire to. Both are a different rubric. So basically talking about the first, traveling desire is whenever a person is going towards any fixed or final destination. There is a fixed distance and destination. Like suppose any patient is coming and say that we are going to Manali, going to the Goa, going towards any foreign country, means here the destination is already fixed. This is basically known as a traveling. In the repertorial section, if the patient often fix the position, fix the destination to go somewhere, that is known as traveling desire. While irrespective in the wandering desire too. In wandering, actually there is no any fixed destination. Means the patient go just here and there without any final path, without any final destination. Just randomly movement in the zigzag way. Nothing is fixed. So both is a different rubric. Now, now we are presenting some common medicine which is given in the traveling desire to, and on a single point, on basis of a single repertory, how we can differentiate some medicine. Obviously while the final prescription you have to see the simillimum, but we are just try to differentiate some medicine based on a traveling desire to. So going onwards, the first medicine which is most important given in this rubric, that is Calcarea phos. Why Calcarea phos always want to travel somewhere? What is the reason? If we thoroughly talking about the traveling desire to, Calcarea phos and Tuberculinum is one of the most important rubric. Most important medicine. Calcarea phos and Tuberculinum. So basically Calcarea phos go to any destination because of capriciousness, change desire to. Calcarea phos always want some change. They get very easily bored from anything. That's why he always want to go somewhere else. Always want to change their location. Same thing is with the Tuberculinum also. Tuberculinum also want to go some on the final destination very frequently, but here the tuberculinum is basically due to the restlessness. Important is restlessness, their internal dissatisfaction. So what is the basic difference between the traveling desire to in the Calcarea phos and tuberculinum? What is the difference? So talking on the difference, basically tuberculinum is a fearless medicine, while Calcarea phos is a medicine belonging from the Calcarea group, and mostly all the Calcarea group medicine is a fearful medicine. So somewhat Calcarea phos will also be a fearful medicine. So the basic difference between the Calcarea phos and tuberculinum on the point of a traveling desire to is, due to the fearful tendency, Calcarea phos loves the destination while tuberculinum loves the path. Means tuberculinum is adventurous in the nature. They love adventures. So basically, tuberculinum go towards any place with the bike, mostly with the bike. We frequently see mostly bike riders who go towards the Manali, who are going towards the Goa. They are basically a tuberculinum constitution patient. So they basically love the adventures, the speed, the motion, the wind they are facing during their traveling. And this is the basic reason tuberculinum patient usually avoid to wear the helmet. So tuberculinum loves traveling because of a speed, cars and motion. While Calcarea phos is a fearful medicine. So they do not have any interest like these things. So basically Calcarea phos travel in the four wheeler or the train and they love the destination. Now whenever the both reach towards the destination, Calcarea phos will remain there for some times because destination is the love for Calcarea phos. But tuberculinum's love is basically the path, the traveling. So tuberculinum will get very easily bored at that destination. This is the basic difference between the Calcarea phos and tuberculinum. Carcinosin basically go from one place to other place or for traveling because carcinosin is a very important rubric. Sorry, carcinosin is a very important medicine in the nature lover. So carcinosin will go at that place where they find the nature, the greenery. So they basically go towards the green places, towards the forest. Ignitia and step go towards any other place because they want to find some solitude. Like ignitia and step is always present in the anger suppression. So they travel to just avoid some time of their anger. They basically escape desire to. They want to escape for some times from that type of anger suppression. Talking about the nitric acid is full of anxiety like kali carb. So nitric acid travels from one place to another place due to the anxiety. While talking about the merc sol have a uncontrolled impulse to travel without any reason. Merc sol traveling does not have any type of reason. They become in a type of a uncontrollable impulse. That's why they go from one place to another place. Now talking about some more medicine that is present in the traveling desire too, that is chelidonium. It is said that traveling basically morning waking on. This is the most important point found in the chelidonium. Obviously you never have to prescribe chelidonium on the single point. You have to prescribe the chelidonium based on the complete symptoms. Now next, merc sol we have already talked about uncontrollable impulse. They always say that I cannot control myself to go from one place to another place. Traveling ammunition means there are these three medicines, that is carcinosin, that is ignitia, that is calcarea phos. Their physical problem get or even mental stress get better while they used to travel. They get so much improvement in palliation with their complaints. The Brita aceticum is one of the most important medicine in the traveling desire along with the Calcarea phos and tuberculinum. But Brita aceticum basically refuse when it's time to go back to home. Like Brita aceticum reach toward the destination. Now when it's time to go back, they basically used to avoid it. They used to refuse that thing. And it is also said, and we have obviously along with the Brita symptoms used in the type of a paralytic condition. Brita aceticum is known as the one of the most important remedy in the ascending paralysis, means the paralysis going towards the upside. The curar medicine, the patient of the curar, basically curar is a paralytic medicines. They basically have a desire to travel with a fancy style. Stylish traveling is present in the curar. And caulophyllum is one of the most important medicine in wandering desire to wandering annulation. While their physical complaint, their arthritic complaint becomes so much improved, becomes so much palliative, while they wandering here and there. So these were some small rubric, and we have discussed some medicine under the traveling and wandering desire, how we are going to differentiate some points. So basically two is one of the most important medicine, that is the Calcarea phos and the Tuberculinum. I hope you like this video. So thank you everyone.